Peace and blessings, y'all. This is your boy Gerald. I did a video just now talking about spiritual evolution in regards to embracing ascension and tapping into enlightenment. So I decided to make another video for a better understanding on signs. So I'm going to let him talk through me so you have a better understanding. Because everything I do, basically, I'm just a messenger. I don't write anything down; it just comes out. As you embark on your journey, there are going to be times where, in the beginning, you're not going to understand. Your senses are going to be very, very heightened, and you are going to have a consciousness about you that you didn't have before. It's like as if in the Bible it says God removed the veil from the non-believers so that they can believe. Now, whoever your higher power is, he is a man, he is an entity of many names. So that you have a better understanding for what I interpret, I'm going to just put it out there. So I apologize right now for babbling a little bit. For those who found this video, thank you. I made a promise to myself October 10th of 2011 to chronicle my spiritual evolution as I embrace my spiritual walk for 2012, and whenever it ends. But I felt compelled to chronicleize it, so I'm doing it. Number one sign that you know that you are spiritually evolving: your circle. What I mean by that is your friends, your environment. You will feel a division. You're not going to understand why, and it's going to seem like every time that you try to reach out, to communicate, there is some type of force preventing that from happening. That is happening because, like they say, like minds think alike. Or in the Bible it says, and I'm paraphrasing, two people that are not the same cannot walk together in harmony. So what is happening is you are manifesting and being stripped of all things that are not pure, that are not true to you. This can be very daunting, this can be very painful, because we as spiritual beings, we as humans, want what we want. The greatest trick that the devil ever used was not to convince man that he did not exist, because he does. The greatest trick he ever used was placing pride in our spirit. You see, pride blocks all blessings. It actually serves the opposite. That's why if you seek something and don't take the steps to ask for it, it always turns out the way that you don't want it to turn out. It's because you weren't humble. There was selfishness underlying. What is happening is your spirit and your body is trying to cohesively yoke itself. And you'll notice that when you start to understand this, those who are not of you, they will try to dispel it. They will try to mock it. They will try to convince you that you're not changing. You're changing. They just don't understand. So keep the faith. Number two, you will notice that in your environment, the things that served you before will more or less, that was not in your best interest, you will not have interest for it. It's as if you wake up and it is stripped away from you, or it just disappears. It just goes away. Because once again, going back to number one, if it's not of you, you can't have it. Number three, you'll tap into what we call your inner child. The inner child is that person, is your consciousness that you had way back when, that embraced your emotions, triggered or your desires, fun, creativity, direction, all things pure. Because you got to remember, as a child, you are innocent. You are taught, or more or less desensitized through life. You're going to tap into that inner child, and your consciousness is going to tell you, you know, you're not supposed to do this. You know, this is not good for you. You need to go this way. Number four, you will start to see synchronicities. And what I mean by that is, your life will manifest examples, or there'll be signs telling you what is right, what is wrong, and you will, I'm a firm believer that if you hear something, if you hear a message conveyed, then more than one person is meant for you to get that message. And the reason why I say that is because if you don't, it's gonna be more intense. It does that because there is a lesson that you should learn. You're supposed to do. That is why when we go against the grain or our better judgment, and the outcome is not what we want, it's not by chance. You got to keep in mind, nothing happens by chance. It happens just because your life is like a tapestry. Picture a box of puzzles. You know, you got the 1,000 piece and they're small, and when you make the decision to put that first piece down, you can't see the big picture. You can't. That's your life. So as you go through experiences and choices and stuff like that, the picture becomes a little bit more vivid, and then eventually you get to a point you're starting to see a view. That's not by chance, y'all. That's your destiny. That's your destiny calling out to where you're supposed to be at. Now on the flip side of that, if you're not living right, you will see a direct reflection through your peers and your environment. If you're finding yourself with a whole lot of drama, no matter how you try to play it out, but you still get that outcome, it's because you're not listening to your inner self. That means you have to embrace the strength to make the corrections. Number five, you'll start to see, as I mentioned earlier, you'll tap into your creativity. Maybe in that you like to draw, you like to cook, whatever gives you enjoyment. You're going to tap into that. Because when you tap into that, what happens is it causes reflection. I'm a firm believer, anything that was hidden, anything that was done by deception, anything that is not of you is revealed. But it's only revealed at the right precise moment. It's not because it's hidden by choice. It may seem that way. It's because you're not able to process. So whatever you're doing, wherever you are, always ask for clarity with your higher power. Always. I'm a firm believer that people come into your life to guide you along your walk. May it be good or bad. There are two types of people. The taskmaster. The taskmaster is the one that's going to teach you that lesson. And then you have the other one that is going to guide you. So here's what I'm saying. Sometimes people come into your life and then they disappear. And you don't understand why. It's because you are not at that level. Whatever was needed to be received was not taken in. So what happens is your spiritual self will put a division in there and they're gone. But the good thing about this is this. Your higher power does not do anything by mistake. He doesn't. So what may be happening is, as you evolve, this person may be evolving too, or your situation has to evolve too. That way you both are in harmony. Because we as spiritual beings are supposed to walk in compassion and love, enlightenment. That's why when people are tapping into their shift, their spiritual shift, people ain't gonna get them. They don't understand. Like, what's this? So instantly they reject what they don't know. They fear what they don't know. They shun what they don't know. Stay true to you. Stay true to you. Always follow your conscience. There might be areas you might need to work on. That's okay. Stay true to you. Number 7. As you're evolving, as I mentioned before, you will take a position of love. Pure love. Your higher power is love. Like I showed earlier, if you can see, the mark of the beast is 666. The mark of Christ is 888. But if you turn it on its side, you can see it. It also makes the infinity sign. Continual love, y'all. It never stops. It never stops. And that's what we're here to do. To love. But before you can love others, love what you do, you gotta love yourself. And that may require you to walk on unfamiliar ground. So don't be afraid of it. Tap into yourself. Maybe when you do that, it is going to open a door that is going to uplift you. I've said it before. It's like having a spiritual lotto ticket and you hit. You deserve that. You're the greatest. You are the greatest gift or design your higher power has made. You. There's only one you. So you've got to guard it. Number 8. You'll find yourself, you know how they say, smell the roses? You'll see yourself tapping into nature. You'll start to notice things that you never noticed before or took the time to. And you'll enjoy it. Even if it's peace and quiet. You can't put a price on that. Number 9. Things of value. Anything of value, you'll treasure. You'll treasure it because it will define your worth. You You. If you don't define you, you can't expect anyone to value it. You put that out there. And number 10, your presence. If you're walking correctly, your spirit will illuminate wherever you are. You don't even have to say a word. People will be drawn to you. You'll be drawn to situations and places, and you'll meet people from all walks of life, and you'll have something in common. Going back to what I said, two people that are not together can't walk in harmony. So if you are, that is a direct correlation of you. You manifest everything that you're embracing now. Everything. So don't be afraid of it. Take the time to reflect. Take that time. And if you stay true to yourself, not only will you find clarity, wisdom, you'll find enlightenment, and you'll find peace. Thank you for finding my video. Put God first, or your higher power, in everything you do, and be blessed. Peace.